Hey guys, this is Locke. Today I'm going to do the class match coverage of CM5. The rules for this class match is a 220 cost limit for your units and a 50% magic and missile resistance across the board for all your units. So the team that I'm using is Glaciela, Phoebe, and Sterne. I am trying to show you different variations of the strategy that I've come up with for this class match. So on my first turn, this is the combination where I'm attacking on my very first turn. So basically, Glaciela goes up and she uses Kane's TMR, which gives her an additional movement. So now she has move 5 and haste, and then I use the Keen Blade effect from Rob's TMR. I have Ruin Stern use it. So what that does is basically increases the CT of everybody in an AoE range. This lets Phoebe go right away and also increases the CT gauge of Glaciela. I have timed it so that now when Phoebe uses Quicken, it resolves after Glaciela goes. So then I can pull off stuff like this. So basically, Glaciela moves, she uses Store, and then she can go and one-shot evade units with Surefire Hit. This lets me have a range of 13 for Surefire Hit because she can move up to 5 spaces with that Kane's TMR. And then she also has, Surefire Hit has a range of 3. So it's hard to, hard to run away from that. And as you'll see in later matches, this combo does not have to only work on turn 1. I can execute a very similar thing on the next turn as well. So here I'm going to show you what it looks like on the second turn. And the reason I'm doing this actually is, as you can see, my Ruin's turn is going to go right after Venera. So if my enemy sees that I use Keenblade and I'm charging Quicken or something, maybe he might want to move all his units away. My goal with this combo is to take out the most dangerous evasive unit, because my Ruin's turn is built for accuracy, but he might, like, say, miss on like a 70% chance to hit Venera or something, and I don't want that. So if I can take out Venera, then I'm happy. That's all I want to do. So what I did on the first turn is I'm just buffing and waiting there. What I like about this Keen Blade combo is that sometimes enemies don't see it coming. Like, they can see that, okay, my Phoebe just went, and she won't go again for a while, so they're probably safe where they are. He feels confident to, like, as long as he stays 8 spaces away from Glaciela, or in this case 7 spaces, because she doesn't even have her movement buff yet. So as long as they can stay 7 spaces away, they're probably safe. That's probably what they're thinking. Um, so I like this combo. I think, sometimes I might be able to win just from the surprise of using those two TMRs together. Uh, yeah, so I was happy with being able to pull off this combo to take out Venera. So once I kill Venera, I will probably just move on to show you another video of like something else. But you can see, so how I actually ended up perfecting the strategy, I just kept repeatedly doing match battles with random opponents on, on the live PvP scene. I was just doing random stuff. I was like, okay, can I pull this combo off on the second turn? Can I pull it off on the third turn? I was tweaking it to make sure that it all works, and now I have a pretty flexible strategy that I can pull off on the first turn, second turn, or third turn. So here you go. You can see that, like, I would not have been able to surefire hit. So this guy actually moved his Venera such that I wouldn't be able to hit if I did not have that surprise CT gain from Keenblade. So I'm going to stop the video soon here and move it to the next match. So in this match, I'm facing an evade team with Kiza, and Kiza also has the Halloween Rairu TMR, which casts Re-Raise, so it's a bit annoying to deal with. I want to use this match as a lesson of, like, and not really a lesson, but also just explaining my thought process. So I'm making the decision that I'm going to attack on the first turn because Glaciela will be able to reach Kiza. Now, because Kiza has that TMR, she will re-raise herself. So the reason I would decide, well, as we get closer to, I will tell you the reason why I decided to proceed with it. But as you can see, I increase my CT, and I am moving everybody forward because I don't only want my Glaciela to attack. She will not be able to take out all three of them. So after she attacks, I want the team to do something, right? So I decide to just, move everybody, and here is where I make the decision to attack. So I mean, she's not going to do a leap strike because first of all, she will not kill Kiza, and second of all, even if it land, I mean, it might not land. It was not 100% chance to hit. But with surefire hit, I could kill Kiza, but Kiza will re-raise, and Kiza will probably come and attack. Well, not attack, but charm my Glaciela, which is bad for me. But the reason I decided to proceed with it is because after Kiza goes, my Phoebe gets to go, and my Phoebe can comment and knock my Glaciela out of charm. And if comment happens to go after Glaciela takes a turn, then I can still use the instant ability of the Black Rose Helena VC. So that Shadow Flare there, I can use that to knock her out as well. So that's why I was okay with taking this risk. And as you can see, like, I don't know when get to go because usually my opponent would not want to knock them out of charm, because if they attack my Glaciela, then my Glaciela just Steelheart is no longer affecting Glaciela. But because I was casting a spell and they knew it was coming, I should have actually just casted something else. Maybe I should have casted Quicken or something on my Rune Sterne. But because they knew it was coming, I didn't they used 2 actions just to take care of my Glaciela. So here's another interesting thing that I was thinking of. So now my Phoebe is charmed. I could knock Phoebe out, but instead I want to take kill of both of these units. So now my Phoebe gets to go, and I assumed my Phoebe will likely start casting full life on his Kiza, which is not good. So I ended up using my Rune Sterne's LB to fully heal himself. Yeah, I lose, Phoebe, but at least I don't have to deal with the full-lifed Kiza, right? And because of my full health, I was able to defeat Halloween Rider, because from what I learned from this is that Halloween Rider can't one-shot my my Rune Sterne, so that was useful information for me as well. And I can one-shot him, but if I attack him right now, because he has that Drain Evocation buff, he will probably one-shot me. So I don't want to do that. I want to move out of the way so that he has to, he doesn't get to do a buffed hit on me. So long story short, I end up winning this battle as well. Basically, I ran up to him and slowly chipped away at his health because I don't have the Hazard Crush anymore. I only have 2 uses of it, and I've already used it twice. So actually, maybe did I? Yeah, I think I've already used it twice. No, I didn't. I only used it once. But okay, so basically, I used it once more, and he pops his Immortal Spirit, and then I go and attack him once more with another skill, and I win the game. So I don't want to spend another 3 minutes counting the next 10 turns. I'm going to move over to the next video. So in this match, I'm facing Agrius, Little Leela, and Sakura. So, well, first of all, with the 220 cost limit, you can bring 2 URs that are 70 cost, like Little Leela and Sakura, and you can bring a normal cost UR of 80, in this case, Agrius. So this team works, and it kind of gets around the rules because some of the units, for some reason, are costed at 70 instead of 80. This is probably one of the teams that are very good against my team. I ended up winning this battle, but only because my opponent made a big mistake. Otherwise, I would probably have lost at the end. Um, Something to kind of note in general about this is that um, you always you like every battle you have, you kind of want to pick up something from it, especially if you lose. Like maybe you can go back to see, well, why did you lose? What could you have done to do some like what could you have done to try to win next time? So what I learned from a previous battle when I was facing a tanky character with a healer was that if I tried hitting him uh, and then running away, all his health will just be back. So what's the point of damaging him anyway? Uh, and I ended up losing that battle. But what I should have done is I should have attacked him anyway, even if all his health comes back. The reason I should have done that is because uh, it gets rid of his saintly wall. Like right now, I am not, like I did barely half damage to Agrius, even with a, uh, what is it? Even with a like with chains and everything, I did barely half damage because of the saintly wall shield that Agrius has. So my main goal right there was to make sure that my Glaciela just removes that saintly wall shield because I really hate that shield. Once I remove it, hopefully it'll be easier to kill Agrius. That was what I was thinking. So here I was trying to kind of confuse my opponent. Um, like instead of moving Glaciela and doing a skill, I moved her back, and then I was hoping Agrius will come forward and I can start attacking again, which is what I did. And thankfully, my Ruin Sterne has enough attack and DPS to finish off Agrius, so that was nice. He didn't have any chains or anything. He only has a +2 golden sword as well, and it's 200 out of 226 attack. But that was enough to kill Agrius with Glaciala's help. So that's nice. Unfortunately, Agrius comes back with full life, so that is not so nice. And every team has a weakness, right? So one of the weaknesses of my team is bruisery like comps because it takes forever to kill them, and my team is like high damage teams that are trying to like kill units with the first hit. That's why I have like quickeners and stuff. So teams like this, like bruisery teams with healers, is a bad matchup for me. The second weakness of my team is that they have limited AP. So my Ruin Stern got to go there, and he had to use Catastrophe. If he had one more AP, he could have used Hazard Crush and probably killed Sakura as well. But because I'm not using Kiza's TMR to generate AP, I'm relying on the crystals. So I am only able to get one crystal with Glaciela because I don't want to compromise Ruin Stern's position by getting another crystal. So I'm drained on AP resources. And I think at this point I lost the match. Like I didn't know what else I could do. Thankfully, my opponent made a mistake. That's really the only reason I won. Because here, there wasn't much I could do here, so I just thought, okay, I will just store and wait and see what happens. And here, right here, my opponent moves into a position where I can one-shot both his Sakura and his Agrius with a leap strike. So that was the winning move for me. If he had not done that, if he had moved it like somewhere else where I could not attack him and Agrius at the same time, I would have lost probably on turns. If not, like just lost to being killed, right? But that was the one thing that won me this game.